another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with big meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with big meat. It's time to dish tea with big meat. It's time to dish tea with big meat. It's time to dish tea with big meat.
Darling. Hey. Hello. Oh, hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, my tea leaf readers, my tea baggers, and my tea biscuits, honey. What's your tea? What is your tea, honey? It's another glorious day, my darlings. And you know what time it is, honey. So I know you got all of your crumpets together because, darlings, it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with big meats. What's your tea, honey? What's up? Thank you all, honey. Thank you for coming on in and sharing your time with me, honey. I know. The last couple of weeks, honey, we have not been here. And I know it, honey. I know it. Baby, let me give you the tea. Let me give you all the tea as to why. And I'm on location. I'm not at home, at the regular spot, in the regular studio, honey. I'm on location. So my light is a little off or whatever because I'm not in my own setup. So this may be a short show, honey. I got an appointment. Okay. Oh, that works. Okay. Oh, it actually gives me my glow. Oh, okay. But I've been working on the radio station. Have you guys been tuning into WTEA radio? Huh? Have you been tuning into WTEA radio, darling? Well, my darlings, we are running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, child. I got programs up in there running. Honey, we got different playlists and more playlists and carrying on. We got our resident DJs over there. We got E-Groove doing her thing over there, honey. We got E-Buck, doing his Get Off My Lawn, and then he turns around and becomes E-Nighthawk, honey. DJ E-Nighthawk doing his chill zone. Okay, so we have all of those things moving and grooving over there on WTEA. And then also you will find that I'm in there also. We got some of our vintage shows, some of the stuff where instead of doing Throwback Thursdays, honey, we just put the shows up there so that you guys can enjoy some of the time, okay? So let me give a little bit of something because I just found out a couple of things, honey, that's brand new to me in this whole internet radio thing. Because as I'm putting my shows together, I'm sitting up here wondering, it was blocking me, right? It was telling me, oh, no, you can't put this together because you got this particular artist, you got them playing umpteen time, more than 4 times in the same 3 hours and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I know, because I'm doing a feature and this, that, and the other. Well, come to find out, darling, it is against the law. There is, and I got to go read up on it. He told me it was called the DMCA, the Digital something Act, okay? And what this is that on internet radio, you cannot play no more than 2 songs off the same album by the same artist, okay, within a 2 to 3 hour time span, right? And what it is, it's a protection thing, okay? Because if it's found out, the FCC could come in and they could come and get you. Now, the thing of it is that it's all about protection because ever since we've been having, the Privacy Act that came up, and everybody been looting and stealing music and all of that. The piracy that's been going on with music, a lot of the protections that we have, they are a nuisance and a half. But in the long run, I get it. Okay. So there's a legal way to go about doing it, And my guy, he was telling me, saying that in order to do it, say because he used Michael Jackson as an example. He was like, well, if we're trying to highlight Michael Jackson, because he was a part of the Jackson Five, and we play something by Michael, one of Michael's albums, and then we play the Jackson Five, and then say we play Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson because they did the duet together, right? And then we play Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney because they duetted. See, then we're still playing Michael and giving all that. It's not coming from the same album, and then it's not saying that we're playing him strictly within the same time. It's tricky and it's creative or whatever, but there's a legal loophole to get us around all that, and that's what I'm finding out. Because I was sitting up there, I was doing a Selena Johnson back-to-back, right? And I was like, okay, yes, and I'm going to get that you have Miss Selena because some of the songs I want to play, I know probably a lot of people have not either heard or whatever. And it wouldn't let me create the thing. So I had to go up in there and redo. And in fact, one of them, I just took the songs off because it kept saying, well, you got her playing like 4 times within the same 3-hour time. Like, I'm like, she's not on this playlist. I did not go back to look at the previous playlist that I had, and I was like, oh, Lord, have mercy. So it becomes a little that way, and it's new, it's innovative for me, and I have a newfound respect for the radio programmer, honey. So listen, for those of you even if you listen to XM Radio or whatever, there is a newfound respect for anybody who has to put all this stuff together, because you wonder what record it is and carrying on. Well, if the person does not sit down and put that information in what they call the metadata, then you ain't gonna know. But if you look at if you look at Comcast, if you go on the music station and tell you who it is and got the picture up there, who the person is and what album and all that, honey, we have to input all of that. So that's what's taking up a lot of my time. And I'm trying to make sure that I put the playlist of stuff together, because if I don't, it will go on auto DJ. And so what ends up happening is it ends up playing the stuff the way how I put it in. So there's no synergy to it, right? I'm going to put something up there from, one of the people from RuPaul's Drag Race talking about titties and ass and carrying on, or the song, titties at the top and dick at the bottom. I'm going to put that and then turn around. And because I had a Yolanda Adams, honey, she come in here talking about praise the Lord afterwards, honey, it doesn't flow. And so we have to go in to make sure that it flows. Okay. And so I'm trying to make sure that we stay off of auto DJ as much as possible. But at the same time, I keep it on auto DJ so there's no gaps and there's no blank spots and this, that, and the other. So that's what's been taking up my time. And why I haven't been here, in addition to me still going about College Park. We had a lot of College Park events and carrying on, and so my time got sucked up there. And carrying on, we got a brand new restaurant that just opened, and so we've been over at the restaurant. It's called Cliche. Y'all need to come and check it out. If ever you get down here to Atlanta, Cliche on Virginia Avenue, baby. This is brand new, honey. It's brand new. And they're doing a soft launch right now to get a feel of what the audience is going to look like, so people can come in and see the place and this, that, and the ambiance is everything. Okay, they got it set up to where it could be a cute date night. Okay, if you want to be grown and sexy, or what I say, the seasoned and sophisticated. Okay, you get to come in, whether you're trying to, it's one-on-one, or you got your girls or your guys, and y'all trying to have a cute little thing. Honey, this is the spot. This is the spot. One of the things that I love is that the food portions are absolutely fantastic for the pricing. They do have what's called toppers, and I don't know if y'all are familiar with that word, but it's called small bites. So they go small bites. They do have large plates, and they do have plates to where you're going to spend a little bit of money, for whatever. Lobster stuff is always seasonal, so you have to get that at market rate. So you may spend $50 for a lobster plate or whatever, but honey, you come up in there and get the chef salad and add shrimp for like what, $20. And when I tell you they gave them big old huge jumbo shrimps or whatever, they're not giving you little pieces. It is absolutely fantastic, darling. I had the first time we were there, I had the Gouda macaroni and cheese. It's a 3 cheese macaroni, but the menu they say Gouda because that's the main cheese. But they also use mozzarella and cheddar, sharp cheddar, baby, and it came in a cereal bowl. They give you a little bitty ass, little ramekin like bowl. Baby, they gave me a cereal bowl full of that. I said, "Oh, darling, yes, honey, yes, this is the absolute tea." So and then just recently, we was just there the other day, and the girls that I was with, they got the seafood egg roll, and it's coming with lobster and shrimp, and it's another seafood meat up in there, honey. I can't eat it because I'm allergic to shellfish, but nonetheless, child, this pot is cute. They serve this wine called Her, okay, Her. It's a black-owned wine, so that there excited me because oh no, honey, a black establishment serving black-owned wines, and I'm hoping to get black-owned the vodkas and this and that. We need, if you're going to be a black-owned establishment, get the black-owned drinks, honey, the liquors and carrying on as well, so that we can start to upgrade our palate. It's cool to have the Grey Goose. It's cool to have the Ciroc, and y'all know that's Diddy on Ciroc, but we don't know if he just uses his name. Okay, he don't necessarily own. I think he owns stock in the company, but that's not his company. But when we got those who absolutely own and make the stuff, honey, that is where it is. So that we can promote our own brands. We need, listen, y'all, and I'm gonna play the commercial because I'm talking about them. Y'all seen them when I play the commercial here for David Ford Eyewear. And what does he say? We tried to, build black luxury across the country. Our products need to be just as synonymous as we would like to say Gucci and Louis, okay, and Fendi. When we say all of those products, honey, we need to have our stuff up there just as well, like we used to have Carl Kanai and Fubu and Willie Wear. When we had our designers, they need to be just as synonymous as all of those things. So that's why when we have these brands, honey, we need to have those brands in the bars. If we're a black-owned establishment, have our own shit too, okay? And I'm going to stand on that, honey, all day, all day. Let me go to the comments because I know y'all been waiting for me to get up here to say something and carry on. Who we got up in here? Hey, Michael, what's going on? Good evening to you as well. Hey, Big Meats, these cookies are good. And part 2 and 3 of volume 2 of the show is in the Gmail now. And the wolves are woofing. They want me to give them their rub. But go rub the dogs. Okay. Yall. Yes. Thank you, baby. Okay. We got Miss TC up here. Hey, baby, what you know no good over there? Okay. Yes. Good morning, good evening, laughs and hearts and dancing. Okay. Purple hearts and all of that, honey. I live for it. Yes, I do. Okay. It's motherfucking hot outside, heat wave around here. Well, you're in California, honey, so yes, I do understand. Okay, because yes, I understand it. In the glow of love, I want to get out. Okay, shh. Hush up, girl. Hush up. Earl, what's going on? Hey, baby, what's up? Jay Henry Live. What's up, Jay? Listen, I got to get with you. I'm going to find some of the rest of the music because I want to make sure that I'm playing you on the station, darling, on the station. I need you to send me some stuff that you want me to play, some new, old, whatever. But I got some stuff, but I need what, yeah, we'll talk. Okay, or just send it to me. You know what? Being fast. Love those cuttings. Okay. The cuttings. You like that? Okay, Buck, what's going on, baby? What's going on? Okay. We'll strike your page quickly. Yes. And it's more than just a page because now this is the whole station. So they would shut me down. I pay for that, honey. They would shut that shit down if it's done illegally because now we're up against the law. You know, here on YouTube and stuff, it's still the law. It's copyrights and carrying on and copyright infringements and all that. So yeah, they'll shut the page down, but you know, I can still get around it or navigate through or even create something else. But no, honey, but over here at the radio station, no, we're not going to do all that. Okay, let me know if I'm going to be in trouble for the Bootsy shows. Then no, you'll be fine. We're done with that. It's just that moving forward, we got to break it up. So, yeah, it's a way to do it, honey. It's a way to do it. Yeah. Okay. Ah, okay. J Music is in the building. Okay. This is all good info. Yes, it is, child. Okay, look that up. The DMCA is the Digital Something Something Act. Okay, and he said it was like they did this in 1998. Okay. Yes, just setting up my station while still working and doing shows is a lot. Okay, yes, honey, yes. Okay. I heard about this new restaurant, Cliche. I heard it's fabulous. Yes, child. Yes, I'm telling you, honey. Cliche is the real deal. The owners and service are the best. Yes, darling. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, YOLO, you been there? Cool. Lovely. And here's the tea. Catch this, honey. It is owned. They have several partners in this, right? But the bigger names, well, all of them are big names. But you got Waka Flocka, DC Young Fly, honey, the comedian. They have basketball player Anthony Edwards. He was at the Olympics and stuff this year, right? So he just became a partner. Ebony Austin, if you guys are familiar here in Atlanta, the Club Nouveau in College Park and in Jonesboro, she owns that. Well, she's part owner of this as well. And they have one of the lady basketball players from the WNBA. I can't think of her name right now. But she's on the Indiana team. Okay. She's part owner. And then Jamar and I think his cousin. And I can't think of his cousin's name right now. But so there's a number of partners that's involved in this. And honey, yes, this here is going to be just absolutely exquisite. So I'm telling you, you guys come on down and come and try. Like I said, right now they're still in the soft launch of it. So if you get there next day, they don't have this on the menu, don't criticize them because this is still a soft launch. They're still trying to get everything and perfect everything. So when they do the grand opening, it's going to be there. But I'm telling you, honey, for the soft launch, this here is absolutely the tea. Now, wait a minute. I'm sitting low on this chair. I got to move my camera so I can get my foot. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me do that. Like that. Okay, cool. So I can stretch this leg. Am I stretching the leg? Hold on. Just a moment. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying not to cramp up, y'all. Y'all don't want to see me over here. Oh, and here I go kicking the damn table. How about that? Okay, there we go. All right, so y'all ready to get into this thing, honey? Let's get into tonight's festivities. I'm going to play the short stuff first because I have a presentation that I want to play for y'all. It's a bit lengthy, but I want you to get into this because damn it. When I tell you this shit is when we talk about prison reform and this, that, and the other, and we talk about this country, a lot of folks want to talk about, undocumented people, and they come up here taking jobs and this, that, and the other, da. But a lot of people still fail to remember that the 13th Amendment did not necessarily abolish slavery. It abolished the practice of slavery and having folks bonded and owned and all of that. But they said in it, and go read it, unless you are committing a crime and been incarcerated, then that there is what slavery is, honey. So going to jail and for the way how they treat you, honey, it is constitutionally okay to be treated like a slave because you are. Because you are. I'm gonna play something later. Okay. What'd you say? Wait, what'd you say? Oh, I wait a minute. Time out for the research department. Okay. 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 So let's get into this. I want to play a couple of things. We're gonna have some funny, some not so funny. You know, we just gonna do the thing the way that we do. Okay. Let's start here. Let's start off light. Okay. Let's start. Oh, wait a minute. I went too far. Okay, here we go. Let's start off light because how many of y'all have been in this? Ladies, we're going to talk to y'all in a minute. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, Mom. Mom.
What, Cody?
I got so look, let me tell you something. Are you busy?
I'm at work.
That don't matter. This situation is real big. So listen. So look, I was on the phone with one of my girls, right? So then that's when she asked me if I love her. I said, of course I love you, baby. And so then after that, the whole time she was on the phone with my other girlfriend, and now they both going on my phone, Mom. And now I don't know what to do. I need Mom, this ain't funny, Mom. I need your help.
What you want me to do because you got caught?
Damn.
What you want me to do because you got caught?
I don't know. Help me figure it out.
Okay, Cody, go back there and tell your brother to act like he was you on the phone.
No, Mom. That ain't gonna work. My camera was on.
Your camera was on?
Yes, because I always let them see my face because I'm fine, Mom. I'm so for real, Mom. I need your help.
Okay, well then tell her I gave you a little medicine last night and you didn't know what you was saying. Who you like the most?
I like both of them.
Oh my God, Cody. Go in the house and call me. I'm gonna tell you how to get out of it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So little Mr. Thing, honey, who just too fine, honey. I got to have to let them see my face because I'm fine, he say. I'm fine. Now he got two girls that he juggling. I told the one girl I love her. Then the other girl, I think apparently he must have said the same thing. And now both of them blowing up his phone trying to figure this. So you go run to your mama, say, and say, Mama, help me. Mama get to laughing. And she says, how did you got caught? Okay, Dr. D. So who wrong in this, y'all? Who wrong? I'm going to tell you. All of this is the mama's fault. And I know. This is going to be one of those, how in the hell is that her fault? Y'all always want to blame the mama for everything. I'm going to tell you why. Because she the one that started telling that little boy how fine he is and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. You see, she's sitting up here trying to, she going to help him get out of this situation. Call me, let me tell you how to get out of it. This is the mama's shit. All day. And then you got little boy, honey, whoever is his male mentors around and care. No, he trying to be big baller shot caller. Okay. Trying to juggle two girls, and I like them both, and I'm fine. And now they have my picture. I always talk to her with my camera on because I'm fine. That's their mama. That is all the, because where the daddy, you see he didn't run the daddy. Said, Daddy, what do I do? Huh? And then mama laughed at him and then gonna say, call me on the phone. I'm gonna tell you how to get out of it. Tell your brother it was him on the phone playing like it was you. I can't. My camera was on. That ain't gonna work. What? Okay. Well, tell her that I sat up there and gave you some medicine and you were talking out your head. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So see, this is something, and I'm going to say that that young man has got to be no more than 12. He probably not even in his teens, maybe 10, 11. If he older than 12, child, I would be and just flabbergasted. Okay. At the same time, though, see, why are we allowing him to have girl friends at this particular age that's calling him on the phone? See, this is this whole new shit with this generation. See, of course, we didn't have telephones, but y'all remember how it was when we were kids? We couldn't get phone calls to the house like that, and if somebody called the house, we couldn't go into the room with the telephone number that we had to say right there, wherever the telephone was mounted. We didn't stay on the phone for 2 and 3 hours, honey. We had 5 or 10 minutes on the telephone. Why? Because we were children, kids. Okay? We didn't start getting all off into that until we became teenagers and older teenagers, 15, 16. Girls in my generation, honey, girls were not allowed to wear makeup until they were 16. And that there was not a whole face full of makeup. You could only wear a little lip gloss, the lipstick. You could only gloss your lips with some Vaseline, honey. When you were 16, you was able to put on a little lipstick and maybe a little eyeliner. Okay? But that didn't happen until we were 16. Now this little child here, he on the phone, Cameron and shit, Cameron, and this, that, and the other. And they're gonna run to his mama. Huh? Ladies, talk to me. Y'all talk to me, honey. Y'all know what you say? His mama. Say less. Right, exactly. Okay. Hey, Road, what's up, baby? So, yes, that there. Why do we do this? And then we wonder how our young men become the dogs that they become. Because especially, and I wonder how, no, she said he has a brother. So I wonder how she treats both of the boys. Okay. Because we sit up there and we want girls to be on a chastity belt. They can't do, girls bet not, and they bet not, honey. If a boy whistle and she turn make a smile, then she the one being flirtatious and carrying on, and it's always her fault. But we don't never put these little boys in check. We never put these little boys in check. And as a matter of fact, we are still under the auspice of saying boys will be boys. And we still give that all this kind of fever and we still give it all this precedence or whatever. But look at what he's doing now at this little young age. Imagine if this is what this is going to be 20 years from now when he's 32 and really know how his dick work. Huh? That child is going to have a baby on every port because he already think he too fine. Arrogant ass. I'm fine. No, they got to see my face because I'm fine. Really? So we already hear the setup, don't we? We already hear the setup. It would not surprise me if he's a daddy at 13, 14. It won't surprise me. Because he already running game. I told her I love her. And now they both blowing up my phone. Oh, how do I get out of this? He'll be the very one paying for abortions because he don't want the child. Huh? That part of the conversation that we always talk about, that we don't talk about, okay, because we always put this on the woman. Oh my God, she don't want the baby. It's her fault and blah, 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 blah. But what about the dudes who sit there and pressure women to get rid of it because they don't want the responsibility? They don't want it to be, they don't want no evidence that Jordan had a sexual encounter. Okay, you just a bedpost notch, honey. Yeah. This wasn't supposed to be, where I have responsibility to you and ties to you. See, we already hear the plan. We already see the setup right now. And we got that mama to thank for it because that's all her. That is all her. And you women out there who have these children, and you're single women, or maybe this is your only boy, or whatever this is, when y'all sit down there and want to treat your too fine of a child like he is your husband, or or somebody gonna be a lucky girl because, and instead of instilling in him values that's going to make him a good husband and this, that, and the other, and then he's watching you, mama. He's watching the kind of treatment that you allow a man to do to you. And then what the hell is this? You gonna help him out the situation? He come to you and tell you, I got both the girls blowing up my fucking phone, and he come running to mama, interrupting your work day. Cause did you hear that in the phone? She said, I'm at work, but mama, this bigger than your job. Never mind your job. This is big. Y'all heard that? Stop what you're doing, mama, because this is big. Yeah, baby. Hey, Wesley, what's going on, baby? Thanks for coming on up in here. Okay. But that's that. Y'all put your comments up in here, honey. Make sure y'all go tell everybody that. Go tell them. Go tell them. Go tell them. Let's move on to the next one. Now, y'all want to laugh a little bit? Y'all want to have a little good time with me, honey, when I can remove I'm not going to replay that. So we can take that one out. Let's go here. Have y'all seen this YouTuber, honey? Wait a minute. I'm adjusting because I got to put a pillow in this seat. This chair's on my ass, honey. Ooh. It's one of them folding chairs that, folding chairs are only meant for a certain amount of time because they don't want you to stay where you at for long periods. But I got to put a pillow in here. This YouTube, Instagram, honey, he is a hoot and a half. And he has taken one of his little monologues that he's done and put it to music, child. Y'all look at this.
I can give you hetero. I can give you sass. I can give you fem. I can give you mass. Honey, I am straight. Bow. All I want is women. 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 Bow. Hetero. Give me that lady. Give me that lady. Honey, I am straight. Bow. I am just as straight as Megan Thee Stallion is tall. Bow. I am so straight, I make The Rock look like RuPaul. Bow. Category is heterosexuality. I'm straight like lines on notebook paper. Straight like a bamboo tree. Bow. I can give you hetero. Bow. I can give you sass. I can give you fem. Bow. I can give you mass. Honey, I am straight. Hetero. Give me that lady. Hetero. Give me that bow. Hetero. Give me that lady. Give me that lady. Honey, I am straight. These gays think they ate, but there's still food on that plate.
These gays think they ate, but there's still food on that plate. Now, see, I need a DJ because we could take that and rap that. These gays think they ate, but there's still food on that plate. What? These gays think they ate, but there's still food on that plate. What? Okay. We'll house that out, baby. Child, when I came across, honey, when he first did it, I was like, oh my God, this is everything, right? This thing is everything. But child, this child sit up there and let somebody put some music to that and remix it because yeah, he done did a couple things with it, honey. And of course, that's going on my playlist. You know I'm going to download that, right? I'm gonna play that on the radio station. So yes, over there on WTEA radio, honey, we will be playing that. Okay, we will be playing that, and I'm hollering. I'm so hollering for that. No, not Wonder Woman theatrics. Oh yes, Wonder Woman theatrics, honey. We will spin, twirl, okay. Yes, God, honey. You know I'm laughing, of course, and laughing out loud. Yes, darling, you better. Yes, okay. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Okay. So yes, okay. Let's go move on. Because that's so fun. That is just a fun clip. But I want to go here. Well, how do I want to do this? Do I want to go? Because both of these next two topics are not completely heavy, but it's going to require discussion. Someone asked me what's in this cup, honey. This here is a screwdriver, just some vodka and orange juice. There's some vodka and orange juice, baby. Okay, doing the thing, honey. Yes. Okay. I'll do this one because it's a little shorter. And check this out.
Here's the thing no one tells you about marriage, about family. How much you can resent the people you love for everything you had to give up for them, and there's never even a thank you. You just give it all up because that's what having a family demands of a woman. And then you wake up one day and you realize the person that you were meant to be is gone. You gave her up for people who don't even see you. And there's no time to grieve her because there's too much damn laundry. You just wake up one day and you realize that half of you, maybe the best part of you, is dead. And you take it for granted that when push comes to shove, your sacrifices will be remembered and appreciated, and the people closest to you will show you some grace when you need it, and then they don't.
Ooh, ain't that heavy? Heavy. I want to address this to my ladies first. How many of you have ever felt that way? Ladies, and I'm going to do care providers and caretakers. Okay, for those of, and I'm in that particular category, those of us who have been the structure, the backbone, the everything for the family or for whoever. And when you realize that everything that you have done has been for the betterment of others, and then you end up putting yourself on the back burners for so long to where when you look up and realize you're not even on the stove because everything else is cooking but you. Okay. How many of you have felt that way or are feeling that way? You know, let's talk about that because that's very significant. It's significant because a lot of times, you know, we don't necessarily lump all that into mental health. But if we're not taking care of all of this up here, we're not purging those particular feelings that keep us stagnated. We're not purging and getting rid of those particular thoughts and feeling alive. Then we become robotic. Everything becomes routine. Everything becomes routine. And so when the routine gets broken, i.e. the kids move out and you become an empty nester, or someone passes away, or divorce, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So now the pattern has been interrupted, and it's like, what do I do? We've seen our grandparents go through that. How many of y'all have seen where, and we've watched movies and carrying on, where the woman has been in the relationship for so long because the man handled everything, the husband handled everything, to when he died, she don't know nothing about business. She didn't know nothing about the checkbook. She didn't know nothing about anything because he was the one to handle all of that. So now she's thrusted into adulthood for real. So what does that look like? What is that? How is that for you guys? Okay, how is that for you guys? Okay. What you say, Groove? That is some of why I didn't have kids, I saw what mom went through. I thought, fuck it. Okay. Hey, me's late to the show, but glad to be on here tonight. Come on, Miss Tiffany. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. So now let's look at that. From the standpoint of feeling burnt out. How many of y'all feel like that on your job? Oh, that's a good one. How many of y'all felt like she feel when you're on your jobs? You know, you're working for a living, you're going here, and the job has become so fucking routine. Okay. To where all you are is the job. You can't even spend your check because you're so busy working. You know, you're trying to make this money, you're on your grind, you're on your hustle, but you can't even enjoy the money. Okay, you just know it's there. So on your lunch break, you paying your bills, you auto paying this, you auto paying that. Okay. What is that? Is it living? Excuse me. Let's go here. What you say? I didn't want to be just reduced to somebody's wife and shit. Ma didn't get her dream, a restaurant that she could have had. Oh wow. Okay. Because see, one of the things about marriage is that women become that's it. Women become the sacrificial lamb. Why? Because she's supposed to be a housewife. She's supposed to have a husband. She's supposed to take care of the house and the children. That is her job. And motherhood, don't get me wrong, motherhood is probably the most productive and the hardest job, that is the most underappreciated, the job that has no fringe benefits, the job that does not pay overtime pay, the job that is 24/7. You don't get a day off. You do not get a day off. There is no such thing as I'm calling off sick, because when you sick, honey, hell, everybody else gets sick because don't nobody know how to function. Okay. We've seen it in our own households, honey. Y'all, y'all know what it was. I love to talk about this episode of Good Times when Florida was working and everybody, Mama, I need my dress. Mama, could you sew this button on? Mama, I need this. Mama James come out there. Florida, I need this button on my shirt. And everybody going at the same time. And she sat down there and said, fuck it. She slammed that damn pot down and she walked out the door. She said, I got to go to work too. Okay. And this, and this, honey. And she hit it. And she hit it, right? Yeah. She hit it. Fuck all that. Shit, I got to do all this. How come y'all can't do this for yourselves? You know what I'm saying? James, honey, ain't never picked up a sewing needle with his life. Why? Because he's from that generation that the woman's supposed to do all that. Cook his dinner, do this, because he's the man. And yes, we love James Adams, but at the same time, he was fucking chauvinistic at times. It didn't make sense. As long as the woman's work was done. Remember, he didn't want her to go back to school and that kind of shit. You know? What is all that? Okay. So no. So yeah. So now the bigger thing about this is that now we have to really, now that we're really starting to embrace mental health and taking it seriously, taking it to where just like we go to the doctor to get everything else checked up on, to go to a therapist and carrying on to get your mind regulated, and you got to sort shit out. All the time we're so busy trying to hold on to it. We don't journal like we should, and that's me, honey. I like writing and carrying on, but trying to sit down and journal every day and this, that, and that. All my journals that I've had, they were stolen or misplaced and carrying on. So I don't have none of my journals. I would love to go through my journals and carrying on and talk about all the stuff. But I remember one in particular where every day I was talking about all my sexual conquests and carrying on. And that's when I was out and running amok, because y'all know that sexual addiction is what I've had to endure. See, sex is my addiction. It was my addiction. I like to say was, even though I still battle in different ways or whatever, but that's what was my driving force when I was much younger and acting out and didn't realize I was acting out. So I used to write down all of my, all the things that would go on in the day and carrying on. So, and it's gone. I would love to see what my mind thought was, how I was thinking back then and all of that kind of thing. And I kind of know, but it's a whole different thing to go back and read something that you wrote when you were 16, 17, 18 years old. Here I am, 54, and going back 30 years to see what my mindset was and how mature, because you think you're so fucking mature at that time or whatever, but to go back and reread it, so yeah, I think we all suffer from some form of addiction, but you're right. And here's where it is. And what constitute addiction? Anything that controls you that you are no longer in control of. Okay. Anytime you feel that your life can't go on unless you're doing this. Anytime that what we call that monkey is on your back because you need to, smoking is one of them. Those of y'all who smoke and got to have that nicotine or whatever, because why? It has become an addiction. It controls you. You don't control the cigarette. The cigarette controls you. Okay? The cigarette controls you. The alcohol controls you. Okay? It ain't like, oh, child, I kind of feel the cigarette. Fuck that shit. I don't need that shit right now. I'm good. And you can go to bed. No. You get the nicotine carrying on shit. You about ready to tear somebody's head off. How about y'all who drink coffee? Ooh. Okay. Anything. Food. Now, here's what this is. The stuff that we do to sustain ourselves, okay, to sustain ourselves, okay, eating, shopping. You got to go shopping because you need stuff. But when you do that excess, when you spend the money you ain't got, okay, because you get high off of it. Shopping becomes that whole thing we do because we done got mad at somebody and want to we want to give ourselves a pick me up, and we want to do this for ourselves because somebody done pissed us off or whatever. Okay, or something didn't go right, or we were cheated, we were disrespected, we were this, we were that, and so yeah, shopping is another one. I'm good with that one. That's not necessarily my vice, but I know I get that from my mother. Okay, just go buy shit to buy just to have it, ain't did shit with it, I wish I was more addicted to being healthier. The struggle is real. You know what? Be careful what you ask for, because there are those gym bunnies who are addicted to going to the gym and carrying on. They end up hurting themselves and carrying on. That's because we got so many folks on those steroids and the steroid addiction and carrying on. They done got so juiced up. Have y'all seen? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get this pillow because my ass is hurting. Ooh. Y'all like the Fruit Loop shirt? Okay. Temu. I got in all the colors, Chad. It came in red, this blue. It has a yellow one. They got the Frosted Flakes one. I got those. What's the other one? Apple Jacks. Okay. And the Apple Jacks, I got it. I can get into it, but it was a 4X, and it's cute. It fits. It works. I need it in a 6X because I like to have it a little roomy. Okay? So listen, if you're ordering off of Temu, particularly all of you children who are a man of size like me, if you think you look like me, this is a 6X. Get the 6X. You'll thank yourself for it, okay? Thank yourself. And don't sit up there and say, oh, I'm going to lose weight, because y'all know y'all lie to yourselves every time you say that shit. Oh, I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to get, and it's going to fit right. Okay? Okay. You already know. I was trying to get the Cheetos one, but the Cheetos only came in like a 3X. I think the 3 and the 4s. I can make a 4 work. I can make it work, but I don't want to make it work. I want it to fit like this. And then when I lose weight, it'll fly and do what it's going to do. Okay. But yeah, this is really cute. I like this. Okay. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Me, honey, what you say? Coffee. Okay, yes. You said that. That you said. Yes, you did. Yes, there you did. Okay. What happened to my audio? What? Oh, what happened? True. Good point. The shirt is fire. Thank you. I'm scared to order from Temu. What's the T? Well, the T is, what this Temu, honey, is whatever size you think you would. Do not believe them when they say that it's true to size. Don't believe them. I encourage you to order 2 sizes up. If you think you're 3X, order the 5. Okay. And do it that way. So that way when you get it, it's not a surprise. I got this. I got a whole bunch of socks I'm carrying on. Make sure I did something because I liked all the colors in it, and I didn't look at the thing. I think they were kid socks because I was struggling to put my big ass foot. This is size 14 foot. I was struggling trying to get my foot in the damn thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe these are a little too small. But there's such all the primary colors, and they're so rich and so this and so that, and it was going with the outfit. And I was trying to get it in, and I couldn't. So we had to do something different. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, just be mindful that if you're ordering the clothes or whatever, and yeah, always order 1 or 2 sizes up. I say order 2 sizes up. So if you're already a 4X, then that means you need a 6 if you order from Temu. If you are 6, you're not getting shit. Do not. Okay, do not, because it'll disappoint you, and then you're gonna spend money. And see, like I get the stuff. I try to stay like when I'm buying these little outfits, like the 2-piece short sets, which are lovely. I done bought several of them. Okay, I try to stay up under $20, and usually I'm finding them for like $13, $6, $7, $8 or whatever. And that there is cute. That's real cute. Okay, because it looks good. You know, you can put an outfit together real cutely and carry it on and call it grace, yeah. Call it grace and mercy, honey. Okay. And see, you know, with clothes like this, we call, you know, my nephew called them disposable clothes because, hell, you know, it may not hold up in the wash real good the way you think it's going to do, but hell, you didn't spend no money on it. You know, it's not something that you can always go back and get it until they sell out and they're going to restock soon. So you can always get it. Then you got pictures to say what you had. Take pictures in it. I got the socks to go with this. They had a pair of socks to go with this in this color that I thought I was going to wear, but of course, I was rushing to find them and I couldn't find them. So, yeah, that there is that. What you say? I wear a 14. Finding shoes and socks can be hell at times. Oh, you a 14 like me? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can be hell. So now, let's go here. Because I know this is going to strike up discussion. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me remove videos I've already played that I'm not going to play again. Let's go here.
A couple of years ago, you wrote how we need to stop asking kids what they want to be when they grow up. What did you mean by that?
And I know that question is usually asked with the best intention, but the reality is most of the jobs that a child would see today or answer that question with probably won't exist by the time they are in a working age, or they'll be radically transformed. So instead of kind of setting people up, and it's not for failure, but for the idea that your identity is attached to the job that you do, when we know the future of work is going to be very different, we should be encouraging kids to think more broadly about the problems that they want to solve, because those are more likely to exist than a specific occupation. And especially as technology continues to more rapidly disrupt the workforce, we have to move away from this idea that you are your job, because that's going to change. So if we can start with kids and encouraging them, what are the skills that you want to learn and the problems that you want to solve? And one of the most important skills for the future being critical thinking and imagination. That's something that children are already naturally endowed with. Lean into that.
The curiosity. When you said that, I kind of felt like, I think that's hard for people to hear.
It is, but 15 years ago, the role of a social media manager or analyst didn't exist. Now, if a company doesn't have one, you're probably not going to make it. So the trend lines aren't very different. There are significant, whether you're a data analyst, a data scientist, all of these jobs have really come to the forefront in the last decade. And so that's still going to continue going forward. But I think the future always seems a lot more shocking from the present, and especially when we analyze it through the frameworks of the present.
Catch that tea. Baby, when I came across that video, I said, ooh, that there is a keeper. Teach children and ask them what problems do they want to solve, or what skills do they want to learn, instead of asking what do they want to be when they want to grow up, when they grow up. Huh? Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that delicious? That there, I think it's probably something, number one, that's something I wish I had thought of. Okay, but did you hear her say that she said that 12 years ago? Okay, so, and just like she said in the thing, 15 years ago, honey, to say that you needed a social media specialist or a social media analyst, okay, that didn't exist. What the fuck is, what? Now catch it, okay? Now we sit there looking at folks who are metadata specialists, metadata, okay, to look at this and, all of that, okay, understanding algorithms. Now, we heard about algorithms in calculus and shit, but that's mathematics, okay? And we never translated to where it was going to be technology too, even though math is technology. Well, math and technology is a factor, right? That is everything, honey. Buck, what you say? Yes, with the advancement of AI, we do need to view education differently. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, because everything now is at their fingertips. If we're giving these kids the phones and they can Google whatever, AI now is on the phone, so have AI writing the papers. Now, AI, we Star Trek, computer. Give me a data analyst on such and so right away, sir. And we are here now. Okay. Hey, Google. Hey, Siri. Instead of computer. Huh? Okay. We're here now. So we have to look at how we wish to educate our children, because right now, everything is not about a book. Everything is not about a book. I was just told the other day, I was asking a question about journalism, right? Because the College Park communications director told me she had gone down to the NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists conference. And I said, wow, I want to go and attend that one day. I just want to be around in that energy, because I've always wanted to get into journalism or whatever. I said, but being a social media person, I don't know if they respect us, because a lot of what we're doing is more commentating than, being actual factual and, putting a story together and this, that, and the other. And she said, no, you are a journalist. She said, because look at it this way. She said, ever since the pandemic, all of us who were, suit and tie and thought we had it together, whatever. She said, we then became the anomaly, because for all of you who were already doing this and already knew how to touch your lights up and carry on, we so busy fumbling with the phone trying to learn how. So we were up there, but now we times have changed, and so we are playing catch up to you guys. I said, wow, I didn't think about it like that. And so she said, what we are experiencing is that the social media influencer and carrying on, this is how folks are getting their news now. I had somebody else tell me this just yesterday. She said, "Honey, we don't. The last time instead of taking a newspaper to throw it away, the last time I read a newspaper, I was 8 years old." She said, "And I didn't read the newspaper. I read the comics." She's 22 now, or 25. The last time she read a newspaper, she said, "I'm looking to get a lot of my news from the Shade Room," and she called a couple other different sources. But that's what they're looking to get their news from. I mean, hell, we have one of our journalists here who I have not seen in a while. I have not seen him on Channel 7 in a minute. I have to find out. But he was doing double duty because he was working for the national news channel, and then he was still doing his little cover stories over on the Shade Room. There's another cat, Kimpire, I think that's his name, on YouTube. He's a journalist who used to work for newspapers and carrying on. I think he was a television journalist too. And so now he has created his own thing on YouTube now to where, he's entertainment spec, and all of that. Look at TMZ. TMZ got Harvey Levin. He was a fucking attorney. Now y'all remember him from the People's Court, honey. He was an actual attorney. And what did he do? He got into entertainment news, child, to where now TMZ has become the source. If you ain't making it to TMZ, honey, you ain't made it, right? So it's that. And so now when we're looking at wanting to educate our children, how is it that we need to go in? And you really want to know the truth about it, this here now, I think we need to come out of the word, out of traditional education as far as going to college and this, that, and the other. And we've got to bring back talking about a trade, a skilled trade, because now outside of electrician work and cooling and heating and cooling and mechanics and all that kind of stuff that we do with our hands, this damn computer keyboard, honey, has got the thing. And so now we have got to look at educating our children on the skills and on the skill set that's going to take them to where they want to go. Okay. Yes. Let's see. What is this? Loving how we can use our imagination to come up with creative ideas and pictures that it can then execute. Exactly. Okay. Give it a couple of demands and then AI would create the image. It's like, ooh, okay. As a former journalist, I completely agree. Okay. Exactly. So, that's where we are with a lot of all of this. And wow. I just thought that was just a significant piece of work. And so now the challenge becomes, how do we now get our children involved or to open their minds up to thinking? As she said, being creative and having an imagination and critical thinking skills, that's already innate to children anyway. Because they're always asking why, and they're always curious about stuff and this, that, and the other. That's innate to them anyway. We forget about it because we get too sophisticated by the time now we're trying to have our own opinions and carrying on. And we've gotten too sophisticated. We don't let our imagination carry us. And when we do it negatively. We always play the what if game at the wrong times. Because it's always over a broken heart, your love relationship, your sex life or whatever. And we play it then. We listen to the, oh my God, the I Love You Boo songs and have pity parties and carry it on instead of taking that energy and flipping it and doing something else with it. Okay. So, yes, what you say, Bug? We also need to re-educate ourselves as older adults as well. Of course we do. It's just like going to school for doctors. A doctor is always a student because new things happen. Technology changes. How we disseminate information changes. How vocabulary changes. Look at how we communicate with one another. We've gotten to the point now to where we're reducing things down to letters now with OMG, LOL, and things of that nature. We've gotten there. I mean, have you paid attention to the commercials? Look at how they're doing the diseases now. Okay. What was it? Chronic reflex disorder. So it's CRD. Okay. We're reducing everything down to letters so that we can text it and carry it on and be cute and abbreviated. And yeah, we're there. We are there. So even in the language, the language has to we have to re-educate ourselves on all of that kind of stuff, you know, and that. So, and as adults, see, here's where it is, Buck. Most of us that think that we done got too old to learn. There can't no child teach me nothing. You know, we still there. Now, some of us won't say it out loud, but a lot of us feel that way or we don't want to go because we don't want to feel as though we stupid. You know, we get into that thing of, oh my God, I should have known it. How come I don't know this and this, that, and that? Scared to ask questions because you don't want to be wrong. See. Yeah. All right, I'm starting to get my headache right here. And there might be this alcohol. So what I'm going to get ready to do, I'm going to play this last little clip. And it's the long one. This one is the long one. Okay. So I'm going to play this because, wait a minute, I got to pull it up. No, I got two things. First, let me play this trailer. Okay. I'm going to play this trailer of a new movie coming out, and it looks absolutely incredible. I don't know when it's coming. I'm going to play this trailer. And, yeah, let me do this now. Check this out.
Top of the morning, beggar man. Why the fuck do they call you beggar man out there in the street? Just the cars I was dealt with. You know, you're a young guy. It's my nickname. Let me give you a little hand up.
Excuse me, sir. $1 something? I hate this place. These people won't even give you $1 to save your life.
Get your fucking hands off me!
What are you doing?
It's a fucking suitcase, man. Come over here, help me out.
Where the fuck you getting this money from?
I found them in the envelope downtown. You'll be surprised what you find outside these hours.
What the fuck?
Shh.
Never met anyone like you before.
I got people trying to fucking kill me. What's in the briefcase, matter of fact, man?
You start seeing people's true colors when it comes to money.
The reason you look so nervous?
The only color they see is green.
I don't want to be looking over my shoulder. I need to get out of the city and start over.
Okay, get rid of them. And never look back.
I don't want to hurt nobody.
You're a good person. You have a good heart.
What's to stop you from taking over? I survived all this time without any money. And now that I got it, it's caused me nothing but problems. Who the fuck are you to take what's mine, huh? Shut up! I deserve this shit!
Ain't that the tea? Ain't that the tea? Okay, ain't that the tea? That movie is fire. That movie is fire. Do acronyms come in Braille? You know what? I'm going to hit you. I'm going to hit you. Okay, say that. Yes, indeed. For that mean green, honey. For the love of money. Okay. Oh, yes, God, today. Now, wait a minute. I got to pull it up. Let me pull it up first. I have to share the screen because this is a long one. I got to share the screen. Okay. Oh, shit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Boy, that ain't right here. Right above my eye. I don't like when that happens. Okay, I gotta clean this disk. My hard drive. I got too much on here. Let me go to download. That's where I'm going. Hold on, y'all. It's coming. Okay, here we go. Now I want to open this with what? What would it read? Let me make sure this is going to read so that I can share it. Come on, damn it. Thank you. Open with let me see if it's going to read it from here. I told you what to play in, and I said playing in that. Come on. Hold on, y'all. I got to. Oh, Lord. See, this is what happens when this shit is too long, and I'm trying to set the tone for the show. Okay? But it's all right. Oh, why is that open? No. I have not used Skype in forever. I'm talking about Skyping. Okay. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to make sure it's going to play.
Well, a lot of people are calling it modern
Hold
slavery.
on.
Does that feel right?
Stop.
Just about to say.
Stop. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So now, let me minimize that, and minimize that, and minimize that, and come over here. Let me do this. And, okay, let me see if this, I'm hoping that this will share. Share screen. Shit. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I know how to play it. Hold on. Because it's not sharing it from where I had it. So, okay. Let me make sure I do it this way then. Damn it. No, I got to go to where when I downloaded it. It's an Instagram clip, and how I'm trying to do it, it won't let me do it that way. So I have to do it this way. And here it is. Thank you. It's going to open up. Just give me a moment, please. One moment, please. In the meantime and in between time while we're doing this, honey, I want you guys to put in the comments and carrying on. Listen, child, y'all know I got Miss Mavis back, right? And would you believe this girl, honey, is the engine light came on again? Yes, she did. Y'all know I'm about ready. Y'all know I am ready to have a fit. Okay. So I called my mechanic. I said, you ain't gonna believe this. My engine light just came back on. And I said, So I think it's something simple, but it shouldn't be nothing simple. Okay? So shit. Oh, I'm evil. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Make sure that we're sharing the audio. Share. Okay. Here we go.
But you put the paperwork. Took away the masters and you put them in uniform. Same difference. Same difference.
It kind of appears that there is a coordinated system in order to protect the labor that's created by the prison system.
Walk into a McDonald's in Alabama, and the worker flipping your McDouble could be an incarcerated person.
it's a sad situation a way they get rich off us.
The Alabama Department of Corrections farms out incarcerated people to work at hundreds of private companies and government agencies across the state.
McDonald's, Burger King, Golden Corral, Wendy's. They got a Wendy's contract right now. State Trooper's office.
They'll send everybody everywhere.
They'll send you everywhere. Yes, the parole office.
And even though ADOC trusts these incarcerated people to leave prison every day and work alongside the general public, many of them are still denied the chance at real freedom.
I work for y'all, but when I come up for parole, you deny me. Why would you deny me? Because you're getting free service.
This is a story about corporations and the state of Alabama exploiting prison labor and the coercive policies they use to keep its citizens trapped in servitude.
It doesn't work. It's a terrible system.
If you're wondering how any of this is even legal, well, it might not be. That's what we went to Alabama to figure out.
So yeah, could you just describe like how long you worked here? And
I was here 18 months. I ran their kitchen by myself. From 8 to 5 every Tuesday through Thursday.
Wow, yeah. That sounds like hard work.
It was.
Elizabeth Thomas was in the Alabama Work Release Program for 5 of her 15 years in prison.
So they had a combination of incarcerated people and free world people?
Yes.
Did you feel like there was a difference how they treated?
Oh, most definitely. We work longer hours.
Make the work release work over or work extra days, don't want to give you off days. Like, no, I gotta eat my health. I have to get rest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a machine. But that's how they look at you like.
This is Quincy Sanders. During his nearly 17 years in prison, he worked at several restaurants, a lumber yard, and McDonald's.
Like, working a real job and trying to be incarcerated is a very hard experience. You have to be mind strong, really.
Alabama has one of the most overcrowded and deadly prison systems in the United States. Even the Justice Department found conditions there to be unconstitutional. In 2023, almost a person a day died in Alabama prisons, which is almost 5 times the national average.
They might get beat to death. People beating folks with sticks. They breaking broomsticks, making little billy clubs. People in there stabbing each other. People in there doing drugs. People in there almost about to die. They're not giving you no nursing assistance. The nurse probably get there. You probably be dead.
But ADOC offers people in prison with nonviolent misdemeanor convictions a potentially life-saving deal. If they join the work release program, they get to live in special facilities that are generally much less dangerous than regular prisons. They spend their days working in the free world without prison supervision, and they can earn 72-hour passes to visit their families at home.
If you go out here and you do the right thing, you get to elevate, you get to grow, you get out of this facility. But what you didn't tell me is that you finna get all my money. That's what they didn't tell you.
The state takes a 40% cut of every incarcerated worker's wages off the top, before taxes, plus an additional $5 a day for van rides to and from work, $15 a month for laundry, and then any restitution and court fees.
If your check is $636, you might see two something out of that. And that's every 2 weeks. And you done work 80 hours and only seen $200. Like it makes you lose motivation, because money motivates people, especially at working. So it kind of makes you lose motivation.
One estimate calculated that the state of Alabama enjoys a benefit of more than $450 million a year off of prison labor.
And it's slavery all the way around the board, just slavery.
And unlike free world workers, incarcerated workers can't just get a shift covered or quit.
ADOC has a list of rules that all incarcerated people are expected to abide by. Rules like don't have contraband, be in your bunk at the required time, and rules like don't refuse to work. That's a rule on the books.
CJ Sandley is one of the attorneys behind a recent lawsuit filed against ADOC.
The range of punishments folks can face if they get written up for refusing to work include solitary confinement, losing access to phones, tablets, visitation, access to their families and loved ones for like 30 days, 60 days, being required to do more work inside the prison walls for free, under threat of punishment.
I want to talk to my family. I want to be a part of my family. And you're telling me that if I don't go and do what you want me to do at these jobs, work as hard as they want me to do, if they need me 7 days, you want me to go there 7 days. If they need me 80 hours, you want me to work 80 hours. If they want me to turn around and come back and do a double, you want me to get up and you want me to be available to do all this. But if I decide I'm tired, Lord forbid if we got sick.
I talked to Reginald Burrell, who was injured when an entertainment center fell on his head at the private furniture manufacturing company where he worked through ADOC. When he spoke up about it, he was fired.
And, I confronted the JPO about it, and they shipped me to Shieldsburg with extra duty, taking away my privileges, and I ended up in a landfill. I just got assaulted and mistreated at this job, and now I'm in a landfill working for free for a multi-million-dollar company.
One of the most valuable things in the system is whatever I can do to get out early. If a work stoppage, just protect myself from being abused and to speak up for myself could subject me to sanctions, I don't have to say it, but you're going to follow whatever order you're given.
Chris England is a state representative in Alabama. He's leading the fight to reform the state's prison system.
It is a completely broken system. The folks in charge, the parole board, they don't use guidelines. There is no methodology applied to it.
Alabama has some of the lowest parole grant rates in the country.
And more than 90% of the time, hearing this answer.
Denied, 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 be denied. Parole will be denied.
If the parole board followed its own guidelines, it would grant parole in about 80% of cases. But instead, that number dropped to just 8% last year. And incarcerated people in the work release program don't fare much better.
I know that there are people at the Department of Corrections, they assess them, and then they say, you are not a threat. So much so, you can leave here and go work. Some people actually go home for 72 hours on a weekend and are told, we trust you to the point where you do whatever you got to do. We'll see you Monday morning, 8 o'clock. That same person goes before the parole board and they say, what you did 20 years ago is so bad we can't let you out. You're a threat to public safety, but make sure you're at work tomorrow morning.
A federal lawsuit claims that 235 people in the work release program were denied parole in fiscal year 2022.
So if the system is operating as designed, what is the point of the system?
It appears labor is.
One thing our lawsuit talks a lot about is that very clear lineage from slavery in the state to convict leasing and to what we've got now. And the punishment by the Department of Corrections is what our clients are challenging, because that's what amounts to involuntary servitude and slavery by the state.
After the Civil War, the 13th Amendment abolished slavery with a key caveat. Forced labor was still allowed for people convicted of a crime. And the states adopted a copycat of this federal amendment. But here's the thing. In 2022, Alabamians made a historic vote to remove this exception.
The state has a new constitution. Voters overwhelmingly agreed to make our state constitution free of racist laws and language.
However, right after the voters of the state changed the state constitution, the governor and the Department of Corrections really doubled down on the punishment for refusing to work.
So the people closed the loophole and then the governor went around to open it up again, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
Governor Kay Ivey's executive order made encouraging or causing a work stoppage a high-level violation on the same level as possession of a weapon, drug possession, and bribery. The order also cracked down on correctional incentive time, better known as
good time.
In some prison systems, good behavior is rewarded with what's known as good time. People can earn sentence reductions and get released from prison early.
And the state legislature even changed its good time law to increase that form of punishment for folks who refuse to work.
We're simply changing the amount of correctional incentive time or good time days that are offered.
Are we increasing or are we lowering it?
We are lowering them.
All of this was done on the heels of this constitutional change, and frankly, it's a brazen ignoring of the will of the voters of the state, and that's what our lawsuit is about. And so many people want to work, but they want to be paid fairly. They want to be paid a free world wage for the labor they're doing. They want to be working in safe conditions. They want to be treated fairly, and they don't want to be forced to work if they don't want to, or they can't because they're sick, or they have a doctor's appointment, or they're feeling unsafe in their work and they want to change jobs.
One of the unique things about this state, and really the country, is that things just never end. They evolve. If your prison system is full, it's primarily full of black folks, black men, and you have a racial disparity in who gets released and who doesn't. Can you imagine the optics of what that labor force looks like?
Black people account for just over a quarter of Alabama's total population, but more than 50% of the prison population. An AL.com investigation found that Black men were 25% less likely to get parole than white men.
If you could take a picture of a group of men who are working convict labor decades ago and juxtapose that next to a current labor force, it would probably look the same. But that's crazy.
So, what is the point of prison? Is it the creation of a cheap, controllable, and confined labor source? Or is it rehabilitation? And what does a real commitment to rehabilitation for incarcerated people actually look like?
I wish they'll strip that name off of that Alabama Department of Correction. I wish they'll take correction out of that and just say Alabama Department, because ain't no correction. Ain't no correction, ain't no structure, ain't no discipline. You discipline me to do what you want me to do, not the law. Not to come back in society and be able to live off of what you taught me. That's not what's going on. If I lived off what DOC taught me, I'd still be a criminal. Because they want that paycheck. They want me to come back in tomorrow. They want me to. Because their money keep flowing. It's no correction. We need to start correcting. We need to start loving. We need to start teaching.
Well, a lot of people are calling it modern.
And there we are. I knew it was long, but I wanted to make sure that I played this in its entirety. Okay. So, do I need to say anything else? Do I need to say anything else? Because that there's Alabama, and I would love for her team or someone else who did that kind of research to find out of all the southern states, how much is that, or all, you know what, no, not all the southern states, let me rephrase that. All the red states, all of the Republican-led states. I would love to see what that looks like. Okay. Right, Rogue. Okay. I know it's not. Okay, which is why this investigation is important. I really want to look at all of the red states Because one of the things about that Republican Party is that whatever their policies are, they stick to the party. Look at what they're doing with number 45, honey. There's no way that the Republican Party stands for anything that man has uttered out of his mouth. However, because he's a Republican, they stand by the party. Here, how many of our people are incarcerated like that and being used like that, the way that they're being used? Think of all the people in the halfway houses, those who got home monitors and stuff, were able to go to work, supposedly. And we think, oh, they was able to keep their job and this, that, the other. Just think that if part of the work release was to be a part of this, to go in here, and then they don't make no money. All this work, and y'all took most of the money. Buck, what you saying over here? Have you heard about the latest Abe Lincoln documentary? It said to highlight multiple sexual relationships he appeared to have had with men. I have not heard that. I'm not seen it, but it doesn't surprise me because he was a slave owner. See, that goes back to everything else. Listen. Let's connect that to this prison thing. Okay. Now, one of the things about this that is an affront to humanity is that the need for human contact and human touch is great. It is a requirement. The physical need for a man to ejaculate is a requirement for his health. Most folks don't know that, but that, like a woman has her cycle, a man needs to ejaculate in order for his body to replenish and carry on. Okay? Y'all have these people up in here, and y'all say it's a crime for them to touch one another sexually. They can't do this, they can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing? You're creating monsters, because one of the things about all of that energy with men, either you're going to fight or you're going to fuck. Okay? And what happens? They take all that aggression out. We hear all the prison fights and carrying on. You know, folks done got shanked. They end up making weapons because somebody fucking with them and all that kind of jazz to protect themselves and yada, yada, yada. You know. But this whole thing with Abe Lincoln, honey, would not surprise me because he was a slave owner. He was a slave owner. Okay? And the one thing that we had to contend with is basically the male appendage. You send all these big old horse-like men running around or whatever, and you feeling yourself inadequate. What's the draw? What's the allure? What's the attraction? And then you yourself find out that you know what the attraction is because you're attracted to it. And then just to be an ass and to be petty, just to have them doing shit just to be doing it because they know they can. Okay? They knew they could, which is why the term buck breaking is so big. It's because they knew they could. That was the whole thing, break the buck so that he don't have this, he won't do that, and carrying on. You know, when you talk about how they did that in front of children and carrying on, they just did that in front of family, in fact, in front of the whole squad of the slaves and carrying on, break him down and humiliate him and this, that, and the other. Okay? For somebody to say, oh, he couldn't have did me like that, I'd have been killed. Not when you got a family, you trying to sit up there, you're trying to keep your family together from being sold off, separated. You understand? So here we are now, 450 years later, 450 years, we're still talking about slavery in present tense, not what happened to my ancestors. This is what's happening now because they in the prison system. I don't know. I don't know what can be done outside of the federal government stepping in. But one of the things about us is that, that's a state constitution. So, if there's a state problem, the government not going to step in until it's been taken to the federal courts. But right now, honey, there's nothing that anybody can do because here's the governor is on her legal route to do what she do. How about that? How about that? So now it comes up to us as the people. It comes up to us. What can we do? Who can we write? And see, that's Alabama children. I know that, all of us, we coming from there. I know my family is. Part of my family is on my grandmother and my grandfather was Mississippi. I think, they're Alabama. I know probably some of her sisters are still down there. Okay, crazy. We have to get on there. We got to pressure them. How do you do it? We've got to be just like everybody else because marching not going to get it. You can't go marching. We can, but a lot of that has to go with letter writing. You got to letter write to flood them, old school style, honey. You want to break the web and send them on them doggone emails. Well, we need to flood them. Flood them. Get on that damn governor, bitch. What is your problem? She been a hellion since she been there. Okay, and look at her. She looked like she an old Yanker. Not a Yankee, but a Dixie, Dixie girl, Dixie chick or whatever. She just looked like it. Okay, set in her ways because she knew her big daddy, her pappy. Okay. And this, that, and it infuriates me because now I'm starting to get, I don't know who's who. When you walk in the fast food restaurant now, everybody got attitude. Everybody got attitude. Well, hell, you would too if you want to turn around and then got to do a double because they're telling you can't go to sleep until you do. And then as soon as you go lay your head on the pillow, they come calling you because they know you got to come to work. That's too much. That's too much power. That's entirely too much power. But it is what it is. Let me do this. I want to play a couple things, honey. Just my little shout outs so that I can make sure that my people know that I love them and all that.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. This is Sweet LD of Oaktown 357, and I am dishing tea with Big Meats. Listen, you better get you a sip. Hey, this is Nikki Gilbert Daniels from Brownstone, and I am dishing tea with Big Meats. I love y'all. Congratulations on your anniversary, and continue to dish that tea, baby.
Hey, this is Roderick Dante, and I'm dishing tea with Big Meats.
Honey, what's the tea, child? This is T.S. Madison, and I am dishing the tea with Big Meats. Oh, yes, baby. The platform has turned 15 years old, and the doll is still here, dishing the tea with Big Meats. Honey, hi, Yarabo Shatai. Big love from T.S. Madison. Bye, girl.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Allison Williams, and I just want to wish a happy 15th year anniversary to Big Meats. Keep on doing the darn thing. Keep on dishing the tea. Peace.
Hey, this is Teresa Griffin. I am dishing the tea with Big Meats. Happy anniversary, darling. Do it grand. Continue to do it grand and grander. You're turning 15 years old, aren't you? I love it. And that is dishing the tea.
Hey, this is Margot Thunder, and I'd like to say happy 15th anniversary, dishing the tea with Big Meats. I'm a little bitty woman, and I sure know how to please my man. Congratulations.
Oh, Marco, no, that's one of my favorite songs by her, honey. Oh, she knows that's one of my favorite songs by her, child. Oh, but listen, I thank you guys for tuning in. What you got, Buck? What you say? The doc is entitled "Lover of Men" and will also be discussed. Will also discuss sexual fluidity of the 19th century. Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up, honey. Yes, Governor Ivy cut it from same cloth as Texas and oh, she cut from the same cloth. Of course she is, child. That girl. Okay, where is the doc? Where can we find that documentary, honey? Is it on Hulu? Uh, where is it, honey? Okay. In the meantime, and in between time, let me get ready because yeah, you see, I'm starting to do my little thing with my eyes or whatever, and this is because yeah, it's hurting right up in here. I think it's because of this lights or whatever. And then I've been drinking, I've been drinking, and so let me get myself together. So you know what? Thank you guys for coming on up in here and sharing your time with me, honey. This has been a fabulous tea party. But the party doesn't stop here. Listen, I want you to go ahead on over to the new station, honey, because this is Dishing Tea with Big Meat for WTEA Radio, darling. Okay, yes, God, today. Okay, wait a minute. Where is it? There it is, right there. Okay, that there is the link. If you guys want to go to the radio show on station round, I keep saying I'm so used to saying show. I got to get in the habit of saying station. If you want to go to the station, darling, all you have to do is click that link, and it will play everything you need to hear right now. Okay, currently, what's on? What's on? Let me look at my events. It's 11 o'clock. Oh yeah, honey. So we got some things coming up. It's an up tempo night right now, honey. So everything that's over there playing, honey, you want to get your little groove on and carrying on. You're trying to shake a fail, tell her to go out, honey, for your Friday night. You're trying to get dressed and this, that, and the other. You want to go and bunch the tracks right now, honey. Go listen. Because this here is one of mine, honey. Okay, this here is one of mine. So having said all that, yes, sweetie palms. Y'all go listen to the station. I'm going to put the link up in here now for all of you. Just go click it, and you guys can get into it right there. Okay. WTEA Radio, honey. Yes, God. Yes, God. And yes, God again, honey. Okay. What's she saying? Good night, Meech and everyone. Thanks, Tiff. Thanks for coming on up in here, baby. Okay. So let me see. Oh, wait a minute. I got to put it over here on the main Facebook page because I keep forgetting when I'm doing all this, I got to go over to the main page because that's where it is. I got to put it over there too. Because I don't know why my main page does not link up over here. All the other pages do. All the other Facebook pages will link, but my main page doesn't. So I have to go and post separately on that page so that you guys will see what's snapping it. All right. That there is the link for WTEA Radio. Okay. So yeah, do yourself a favor, honey. Go check it out and let me know what you think about it, honey. We're always open. We're still looking for if you wanna come on as a resident DJ, honey, give me a shout out. Let's talk. Let me see what you're trying to do, Because I'm always looking for, we can always do that. If you're an artist and you want some airplay or whatever, give me a call, honey, so we can set up you a package for you, honey, get you some time over here and things and all of that, okay? So having said all that, we can now say, honey, It has been joyous being with you, honey. You may finish all of your crumpets because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meats, honey. If you love me, tell all your friends, your family, your loved ones, honey, all that you care about. Tell them to come over here and to like, subscribe, and to share on all the platforms. But if you hated me, didn't care for what I said, and you want to neck roll and do all that old fuck shit, you can tell all of your motherfucking enemies to come over here to like, subscribe, and to share. Okay? Because I want you to understand that everything that we're doing over here at 3 the Hard Way, our syndicate, honey, yeah, everything that we're doing in any way, shape, style, form, and or fashion, everything that we are doing will move forward. So having said all that, honey, I would chat with you guys later. I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to sing out like and try to hit my note, honey, like I usually do. But no, we're just going to let you guys go. And I've got to get up from this chair, okay? If y'all had seen me just a minute ago, honey, try to sit up here and stretch this shit out, honey. That is what it is, honey. So, okay, now, good night. We'll see you guys on the next time, okay? Go to the radio station, okay? Talk soon. Ciao.